You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
It's Monday, the 23rd of February. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather cold, windy, but dry today. But the good news, we bounce back later this week with highs back around 70 over the latter half of the week. Our next chance of rain will be Thursday. And, of course, the big story nationally is that impressive blizzard in progress on the upper Atlantic coast. This one will be one for the history books, most likely. But let's begin with the upper air look. And, again, we've got a very deep trough over the eastern United States. And that deep upper low is developing off the Atlantic coast, a vertically stacked system, a very deep surface low as well. But for us, it's just dry and cold. Wow. Almost looks like a hurricane, doesn't it? Check it out. This is, of course, coming off the HUR model, but that's a depiction of the current radar reflectivity with those blizzard conditions all the way from eastern Maryland up to Cape Cod. And that will ultimately be shifting up into the coast of Maine later today. But it's pretty wild. This, in some ways, is not the exact same, but in some ways, the analog is the blizzard of 1978. And, of course, they're just totally buried and everything is shut down. But down here, it's just cold. We've got 20s as far south as Birmingham early this morning. Birmingham at 29. Huntsville, 26. We've got a freeze down to Selma and Auburn. Mid-30s down to Mobile and Dothan. And the highs today will be in the 30s for the northern quarter of the state, 40s for the rest of the state. On the watch warning map, blizzard warnings, again from eastern Maryland to the coast of Maine. Wow. Affects the big cities, New York City, Boston, all of New Jersey. The rest of the nation is relatively quiet. Of course, with a cold air mass in place, we have no thunderstorms today, no thunderstorms tomorrow. Wednesday, there could be a few thunderstorms a little north of Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, some of the adjacent states. But our next chance of rain here will be Thursday. And no doubt we could see some thunder. And the question is, could we see severe storms on Thursday? We'll take a look at modeling here in a moment. Here's the rain for the next 7 days, valid through Monday morning of next week. Rain amounts a little over 1 inch for the northern half of the state. South Alabama, about a half inch. And the bulk of this rain will be Thursday and Thursday night. Other than that, things look relatively dry. So here we go, model fans. This is the European OZ run, 3 o'clock today. Deep upper low just east of Cape Cod. Surface low involved as well. But for us, we're on the backside of the trough, and again, just windy and cold. Sunny with highs in the 30s over the northern third of the state, 40s for the rest of the state. So tomorrow morning, once again, we go well below freezing. In fact, I think tomorrow morning should be the coldest morning because the wind will be calm. This morning, it's windy, but tomorrow morning, we could see 20s deep into South Alabama. A freeze all the way to the Gulf Coast. But then a warming trend begins tomorrow afternoon with highs getting back in the 50s statewide. This is Wednesday, partly sunny with highs in the 60s. There could be a little isolated shower over the Tennessee Valley, but most of the state will be dry. And then Thursday, there's your next chance of rain. Got a surface low near Gatlinburg with a batch of rain and storms coming in here. Severe weather, I don't think so. Instability is very meager. Lapse rates are poor. Thunder, yes, absolutely. No doubt there could be some thunder. But again, just from the looks of things here at this point, it doesn't look like a severe weather threat. But you know the deal. Once we get within 60 hours of this, we'll start to see the good high-resolution modeling and have a better feel for it. But it certainly looks like a rainstorm day. The better chance Thursday afternoon and Thursday night. Rain amounts for most of the state, 1/2 to 1 inch, maybe a little more for the Tennessee Valley. And again, temperatures will reach 70 in many areas Thursday afternoon. So Friday, that feature is on by. There is no cold air behind it. We might drop 5 degrees, and that's it. Highs back in the 60s. The sky will be mostly sunny. And how about a nice weekend ahead? This is Saturday. The day will be mostly sunny with highs in the 70s. Sunday, mild and dry. Highs in the 70s. And a week from today, Monday, March 2nd, we are into meteorological spring. It's a zonal flow and a little wave producing some rain off to the west. That might bring a few spotty showers in here by Tuesday of next week, but it doesn't look like a big deal at this point. But let's keep going. This is 10 days out. This is Wednesday of next week, March the 4th. Again, a zonal flow. And again, just no evidence of any big rains here. There could be a couple of days next week with maybe a few showers, but for now it looks relatively quiet. Of course, we're getting late in the season here. We still have the snow lovers wanting to know, could we have a late season snow? Well, that doesn't look good. This is the probabilistic outlook for 1 inch of snow or greater. Between now and the 9th of March, no chance for Alabama. Here's a look at rain for the next 15 days, again valid between now and the 9th of March. The mean, it's the green line. It's sitting a little under 2 inches. Temperatures off the national blend of models. Once we get past this cold snap, things look good. Tomorrow morning, 22, we could see teens for the colder pockets over North Alabama, but then highs in the 60s and low 70s right on through much of next week with lows in the 40s and 50s. What about the long range based on pattern recognition? Here we go. 8 to 14-day outlook. This is valid March 2nd through March 8th. Much of the country, including Alabama in the Deep South, above average. All right, the historic blizzard of 96. Just getting started. This was last night in Manhattan. And again, this is really before things started to crank up. And again, just everything shut down today. This will shut down the economy for a day or two, and they're going to be digging out of this thing for a while. And again, understand, this is not just a New York City thing. This goes all the way from the eastern part of Maryland, east of Chesapeake Bay, all the way to the coast of Maine. So this is when it's starting to crank. This is early this morning. This is Deer Park, New York. And, looking at that video, that is so reminiscent for a lot of us of the great blizzard of 93, which impacted the state of Alabama, where we had whiteout conditions and convective snow, thunder, lightning. Up on the ridges, we had winds gusting to 50, 60 miles an hour. This is very similar to what they're experiencing now. And, again, this is a very common scene early this morning all the way from, again, eastern Maryland up through New Jersey, Long Island, New York City, up through Rhode Island, Connecticut, eastern Massachusetts, Boston. And again, that will be spreading up into the coast of Maine today. And, of course, that right on the coast, they could easily see hurricane-force winds, and that's going to be enough to bring down trees and, of course, cause a lot of power outages, and it's just not a lot good going on there. So we can be thankful that Alabama looked like this yesterday. That was a cold Sunday evening sunset. So, got a busy week ahead here. Let's review the schedule. Do we dare? So, today going to be in Chilton County, Clanton Intermediate School. That'll be a lot of fun. Tomorrow, going to be in Marshall County and Guntersville for a homeschool group. And then in Shelby County at Pelham Ridge Elementary School for a program there. Then tomorrow night, I'll be at the Taste of Birmingham. That's a fundraiser at the club. Wednesday, going to be in DeKalb County at Crossville for a homeschool group there. Thursday morning, I will be in Geneva at Mulkey Elementary School. After that, I'll be stopping by Reed State Community College in Evergreen in Conecuh County, and then I will be in Clark County. We have a hurricane preparedness session at the Thomasville Public Library Thursday at 5 o'clock. And you need to register for that. It's free, of course, but again, that'll be in Thomasville, 5 o'clock on Thursday at the Public Library. Friday, I will be at the Arminville Elementary School in Calhoun County, part of the Anniston or the Oxford school system. Then Friday night, I will be at Sandestin to speak to the carrier dealers. They've got a big meeting there and looking forward to that. And then Saturday morning, I will be speaking in Birmingham at the Key Club State Convention, actually in Hoover. So, again, those are just some of the highlights. Never a dull moment with me here. Tonight, it's Monday night. That means it's Weather Brains night, the weekly show for weather geeks, dweebs, nerds, dorks, and weenies. 7 o'clock Central Time, youtube.com/weatherbrains. Tonight's going to be a good show. if you're a really big weather geek, you look at radar a lot. You look at Radar Scope or some app that you have on your phone. And tonight we're going to get really into the details of how to use radar. We're going to get into some stuff like side lobe contamination and things that you need to know about if you're a true weather geek. So don't miss this one. It's going to be a radar special tonight. I will be on ABC 3340 News this evening, and don't forget you can hear me every day on great radio stations around the state, including in Birmingham, Classic Rock 106.9. Thanks for watching this morning. Have a marvelous Monday, and God bless.